That workout was brutal.
Mr. Ben, that was one brutal workout.
Oh God, I think I've overcooked it.
You know, from the moment that I set Ben and Andy my best yet hardest, most brutal interval session in the last video, I knew that the day would come for revenge. Sweet, sweet revenge. It's been haunting me. So when Andy got in touch and said that he wanted to chat, that's never good. That means Jog Squad interval session part 2. Oh my God.
Right fellas, it's my turn to get some revenge on you. So Ben, last challenge was absolutely fantastic, but it's my turn now and I'm excited to dish out the punishment. So are you boys ready for this one?
Let's be having ya.
Oh, I mean,
Let's
yes.
Let's go for it. Right, so the challenge this month, I'm going to give you a little bit of a variation just so that you can mould it into your training if you want to, and that's going to be based around the recoveries. So we'll talk about that shortly, but the workouts for this month's challenge is going to be something that I've only done a handful of times throughout my 6.5 years running. It's quite a simplistic workout on paper, but it burns every single time I do it, and I did it only 3 weeks ago. So the challenge is going to be 600, 400, 200, that's a set times 4. So we're going to be doing that 4 times, each of them with 200 meters recovery. Now here's the thing, it's completely up to you how you want to do this recovery. I'm going to suggest doing what I did 3 weeks ago, which is in those 200 meters recoveries, do a walk run. So I did 100 meters walk, 100 meters jog into the rep. We're talking about going pretty much all out. So this is not at 10k pace, at 5k pace. This is going hard. But we're basically, there's no extra rest between sets. None at all. You're just going straight from 6-4-2, 6-4-2, 6-4-2, 6-4-2, bam, bam, bam. And I guarantee you, by that last set, by that last 600, because it's the 600s that are the killer, you'll be burning. How do we feel about that one?
Oh, great.
Joyous.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I love the sound of max out reps.
The discipline is all in those 600s. The second you get those 600s out of the way, the others feel manageable. But if you mess up in those 600s, the rest of the workout feels like it's going to take a lifetime. So obviously for everyone out there, we'll put the workout on screen, but I think you boys are going to have some fun with this one.
Can I make my excuses now? I was just telling you two that I've got UTMB the week after.
I'm expecting a good effort from all of you, and I gather that for trail races, speed work is key.
Yeah, I've heard that 200 meter reps are really, really important for sort of
100. Yeah, if you're running like massive long trail races, you need those 200 meter reps.
For my sprint finish.
You need that sprint finish.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's what
definitely.
I need it for, yes.
Yeah.
So, Ben, best of luck with the workout, and we'll touch base when we're done.
Oh,
brilliant.
You bugger.
I like that. Oh, bugger.
Let me just set the scene for you, just so you know how bad this is going to go. I am so hungry, so thirsty, been a long day, making excuses. Of course I'm making excuses, but I am promising you this. I am going to give it my absolute best and see what I can come up with and how it compares with Andy and Ben, because they're both faster than me, but I think over a short distance I might be able to just about compete, and I'm going to give it my everything in the intervals. So let's do it, because we're going to lose the light again if I don't crack on. So I'm going to give it about a 1200 meter warm up, just to make sure, and drills of course, just to make sure I'm alright, because my knee has really been tight the last few days, so I'm managing my way through that, and I'm not going to compromise the big races I've got coming up, and I said that to the boys and they totally understand. So we'll see how the session goes, but I'm sure the knee is manageable. Warm up done. I don't even really know how to approach this other than go hard first 600 and see how that feels, and go from there, maybe. I mean, aiming for sub 3s is what Andy said for almost all of them, sub 3 minute kilometre pace anyway, which is, I mean, that's pretty spicy. 600 metres is start line to over there. That's all we got. Right, are we ready? Okay. Come on, Bridges. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Whoa! I came into this session way too smug. 1:45, I think it was just sub 3, the pace, I don't know. I know it hurt. 1:45 for the first 600. 400 now as soon as I cross this start line. Okay. "70 seconds, dead." Nearly literally. "31 seconds for the 200. You know what? Wait, I'll tell you what in a minute. Okay, I feel like I can tell you what now. Mary has run the 200 metres in 26 seconds, which blows my mind. I just ran it in 31, going as hard as I can. She's run it in 26. I mean, when she was younger, but 26. Okay, second 600. Let's see how far off the cliff I've fallen. Let's do it. Stitch is so bad. Oh, that was 1:49. So 4-second drop off. But the most unbelievable stitch I'm getting even now. That was a 68. Faster, believe it or not. Do I dare try break 30 for this 200? Or will that be the stupidest idea I've ever? I'm going to do it anyway. Of course it's stupid. I think the only way I'm going to have any measure of success here is trying to get into the 20s for one of the 200s and hope that Ben and Andy don't. That's got to be my aim. This has got to be the one. Small victories, right? Full guns. Right, ready? Okay, we're off, we're off, we're off. 29, baby. Oh! Over to you, Ben and Andy, while I cry. Halfway water break. Last 600.
Done.
29.
Oh wow. Well done. Here, take this.
Seconds, final 200, over and out, over to you, Ben and Andy. I'm gonna go and lie in a corner and cry. I just thought before I lose the light, I'd get a very, very brief and easy cool down run to shake the lactic acid out of the legs. But also, there's something I didn't mention. See, the purpose of the video is not just to bring you banging interval sessions and 3 good videos from me, Andy and Ben. It's to raise the awareness of the running community, it's to make you aware of other YouTubers that are pumping out amazing content, and we're basically saying we should all support each other. So if you're from my channel and you've never heard of Ben or Andy before, then go find them, go subscribe to them, because they are top dudes. And if you're new to my channel because you come from Ben and Andy, you know, consider sticking around. That's the point of this, is growing the running community by putting out good things and showing that we all support each other and like each other. Because you know what? Despite what Andy just did to me and despite what Ben's planning for us, I do like him. You know, it may not seem that way while I'm in the interval session, but I do. So go find them, go subscribe if you haven't already, and let's build this Jog Squad community into something pretty magical. My legs are done, I'm going home. Woo! That'll do, pig. Right. Guess I better check in with Andy and Ben, right?
Right, so round 2 complete for me, and as you guys saw, that didn't go to plan. So I'm hoping now by catching up with these two that they're going to give me some better news. So boys, how did you find the session?
You want to go first, Ben?
Yeah, I'll go first. I think I had a pretty similar experience to you, Andy. The conditions out there were pretty terrible for me, so I had one day in order to do it, the way my schedule worked out, and it was chucking it down with rain all day, and I literally was waiting. I waited until around 2:45 to do it, knowing that the light goes here in the UK at about 3:30. So I headed down to the park. It was rainy, it was windy, it was cold, and I started the first rep. I was like, no matter the conditions, I was just going to get it done, and that was going to be my sort of message for the video. No matter the conditions, get out there, brave it, all that. And I got to the park, started the first set, so I did the 600, the 400, the 200, and then all of a sudden the park just filled up with people. Yeah, the park just filled up with school children and parents all chatting, so I had to pause the watch, stand there in the wind and the rain for a 10-minute, wait for the park to clear. Then I started again, and then it was really slippery, and it was really windy, it was rainy. Yeah, I had a bit of a disaster of a session, but I had to basically throw away all the paces, just do it purely on effort. I managed to keep all the reps under my 5k pace, which is what I was aiming for. Yeah,
classic British weather, that right there. Well done for getting it done. And what about you, Ben? Just make us jealous with your hot temperatures around the track. Tell us how you did.
Well, that's it. I'm listening to you two and I'm thinking, well, I had an absolute luxury of essentially running on an empty track just to myself. And also in the heat of maybe about 24, 25 degrees. Like, it was one of those where, and like I said, I've said this to you, so I'll be open and honest. The only way I'm ever going to beat you over any distance is if I literally empty the tank until I nearly vomit on a 200 meter repeat and hope that I beat you. That's it. That's all I got. Because you're both faster than me at most other distances. So I really went hard in the session, worried about my knee.
Come on, hit us with some of your rep times there. Let's make us feel sick. So
the ones that I remember, I did 2 29-second 200s. I know that because I was really proud of getting under 30 seconds. I was in the 60s for the 400s, which I was happy with. I think one was 70 and most was 69, 68s. I don't remember my 600. I think it was about 145, but I mean, I was a bit more conservative then. But yeah, it felt like I went into the session thinking, what could be hard about 600, 400, 200 times 4? And by the third 600, when I felt like I genuinely was running backwards, I realised that lactate is the thing that is hard about those. It just accumulates to the point that your body just can't function like you want it to. It doesn't feel like it is.
Fair play to you both. You absolutely nailed it. And I guess all that's left for me to say on this one is, Ben, I would love to say I'm looking forward to your session, but I'm not going to lie, I'm not looking forward to it. Just don't do anything too hard for us.
I'm terrified. And well done, Andy. Like, that was a genuinely great session that I've told other people about and they've gone off and done and very much enjoyed. So yeah, another one to add to the repertoire I really like. So thanks, appreciate that. I'm terrified of Ben's session. And just like that, 2 interval sessions down, 1 to go, which I am terrified of. But I hope that you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed it, because you have to, when you're runners, you have to enjoy things. But it was a good session, really good session, and I'm very pleased that I got to share that with the world and maybe even beat Ben and Andy on a couple of those splits. So happy days all round. Now, If you're interested in the channel, or if you want to know what's coming up, I've got some really exciting things in the pipeline. Coming literally within the week, Mary and I are running UTMB Thailand up in Chiang Mai together, so keep your fingers crossed for Mary actually being able to film properly without taking photos instead of video or putting her hand over the microphone. That's our first challenge, but our second challenge is running a 23-kilometer trail race in the mountains with different weather. Can't be more excited to bring that to you, so those videos are coming up as well as our preparation for that race. And then moving on after that, we've got Ben's video where he sets down his challenge for us. We've got a 50-kilometer trail ultra to come. I've got half marathons in Bangkok and Bang Sen. It's all going on. So if you're new to the channel, stick around and I'll bring you some juicy content, I promise, because I'm very excited about it all. Let me know if you like the interval session, if you're going to bring it into your own, or let me know if you've already done this, or even better, let me know another one that I could make a video about or do. It's all about being part of the community and helping others. Thanks for watching. Catch you on Sunday. Oh, and actually, before I go, make sure you get subscribed to Ben and Andy's channels if you're not already. They are top dudes, and this is about a community, and we want to build it.